Hello everybody, this is section 4, wake up your body and wake up your brain. We're going to be touch on some of the exercise, actually specific exercise to be able to tap into opening your energy channels. More specifically, we call meridians through tapping. Where I'm going to show you specifically how you can do that. So we're going to do 2 tapping exercises. One is body tapping and the other one is brain tapping, which is you're actually tapping on your head. One of the helpful analogy to understand the concept of these blockages that I'm telling you about, and the utility of body tapping is to think of a carpet. Often after vacuuming our carpet, it appears to be clean, right? But however, if we are able to pick up this carpet and give it a shake, what happens? Right. More dust comes out, and dust that we weren't even aware of. And an even more effective method of cleaning the carpet, what would that be? Hang it up and tap it. I don't know if you've ever seen that in a movie and so on. That's the best way to do it. Then what? Yes, you guessed it. Even more dust comes out. This whole body tapping exercise is like that in many ways. A deep cleaning for your body's energy system. The vibration spreads throughout every cell of the body, releasing the tension and stress that creates the energy blockages in your body. And along the way, as you tap, you may feel some areas are tender or even painful that you might didn't notice before. What does this indicate? While it may be counterintuitive, particularly for those of us who live in cultures that seek to avoid pain and discomfort through the purification of prescription drugs, it's useful to understand what pain actually signifies. And from the perspective of your body and brain, pain is not a bad thing. It's simply your body's way of communicating with you that there is some sort of a problem that requires your attention, don't you think? Because the truth is that 80% of our physical ailments are actually stress related. It's a good guess that the area that feels painful is actually a point where stress has gathered in the body. Often these areas are joints, which are more susceptible to becoming stiff and blocked. So, what should we do? That's right. Keep tapping and even tap harder to release the stress that is causing the blockage. So remember the carpet analogy we talked about? It is also helpful to keep breathing out through your mouth to help the energy circulate more effectively. That's how you can do the body tapping. You can stand your feet shoulder width apart with your knees soft and your weight resting on the balls of your feet. With open palms, just begin tapping your body rhythmically. Chest, breathe out, and feel the vibration. And you can feel the vibration all throughout your body, and you get to release tension from your chest and rest of the body. And we're going to go through this how to do the body tapping. But first, we're going to address how you can do the brain tapping. And it's actually so easy. You'll be looking at me like, what? That's how you do it? Yes, this is how you do it. But I'm sure you haven't done it up to this point. So let's try. So literally what you do is bring your hands out like this. Make sure your fingernails are not too long. So just tap side of your body first. If you've been having a lot of stress, this area will be very, very tender. So start out with the soft, like this. And don't worry if your heart tap harder, it's okay. And then go up, tap top of your head, down to your front side, up again, and your back. Tap, 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 tap. Hold throughout your body. Area that you feel tender or painful, start soft. But as you do this with your eyes closed and breathing out, focusing on exhalation, you'll feel that area that was tender or painful start to release. Like so. And after doing that, what I want you to do is bring your hands out like this and just feel your head. I know a lot of things that we do is very unusual and very different than whatever you might have experienced before. But just try this. You'll be amazed what you will feel. You will be amazed what you will feel with your body. At the end of each section, actually at the end of this program, what I want you to realize and what I want you to come away with is how amazing you are and how amazing your body is and how amazing your brain is. And whatever you consider most fascinating thing in this world has not been anything outside of you, but it has been with you all along. The most interesting, most fascinating, most amazing thing in this world is your brain, and you have it. And if you can be able to realize that, and you can be able to recognize that at the end of this program, then this whole work and everything you've done is completely worth it. So after tapping your head, after tapping your brain for a little while, just feel the energy. You would actually feel that's almost like electricity between your palm and your brain. Whatever area you feel you get drawn to, and feel the energy. Do that as long as you can. Like that, so on. This is a way to wake up our body and wake up our brain through tapping, simple tapping. Now we are going to move on to body tapping. Previous section we talked about how important it is the connection between your body and brain, and you can sort of check your connection through doing some of the stretching exercises that we did. And also not only those exercises help you to check yourself, but also those are very good movement and exercise for you to continuously improving the connection between body and your brain. This section, we're going to be talking about how can we be able to effectively open up the channels and energy channels within our body. Yes, I know this is what we call brain education and brain healing master course, and it sounds very scientific. However, it has Eastern philosophy and also energetical component to it. So I hope you can understand that it's not only about we are talking about some of the modern scientific discoveries in neuroscience, but also ancient wisdom and knowledge that has been with us for thousands of years. Now, in Oriental medicine, I don't know if you ever had acupuncture or not, we have energy channels within our body. We believe that in order for us to live a healthy, happy, and peaceful life, all these channels need to be open and active. So those some of the exercises we covered last time, they do help open the channel and let the energy to flow within our body effectively. But today we're going to talk about some of the things that will help open further in the channel. As we learned previously, the first step of brain healing master course is brain sensitizing. In this lesson, our aim is to understand and practice how to activate our body's natural energy system to wake up our body and brain. Let's wake up our body and brain because it has been sleeping for a very long time. The human body and brain work together to manage a variety of intricate systems such as the nervous system, circulatory system, and digestive system, to name a few. However, the topic of today's session will be the body's energy system. In the human body, there are 365 energy points, or 365 acupressure points. These are invisible points through which energy enters and leaves the body. The points are located along 12 meridian channels, each of which corresponds with one of our major internal organs. This is why we call it lung channel, large intestine channel, heart channels, and so on. You can think of the meridian channels as energy highways through which energy flows within the body. As you can imagine, when energy flows fluidly and freely, we enjoy a state of optimal health. The key, in fact, to ensure good energy flow is enhancing energy circulation. When blockages of energy occurs, usually from stress, injury, or just basic neglect, these blockages compromise the energy circulation and contribute to a variety of physical ailments, from, you can name it, indigestion and headaches to heart disease or ulcers. Through regular physical exercise, we can greatly improve our body's energy. In this session, we will introduce some of the very highly effective exercise for this purpose called whole body meridian tapping. You'll be so amazed at how this simple movement can help activate the energy within the body, but it is very simple but very powerful. In this exercise, we rhythmically tap the body along specific meridian channels to open up the flow of blood, oxygen, and energy throughout our body and brain. While body tapping may seem strange to many, it is actually rooted in ancient Eastern mind-body practices. And it supports the physiological basis of many healing practices, such as acupuncture, acupressure, even chiropractic and massage. So let's work on opening the channels by tapping the body. You can tap hard, you might have to tap quite hard in some of the areas, but it will be very easy to follow. So standing with your feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to start by tapping your abdomen. We call it intestinal exercise or intestinal tapping. If it helps you, you can close your eyes to do this. So simply open your hands like that, just tap. Tap your body. And in order to have a strong posture, firm posture, it would be good to have your feet shoulder width apart and bend your knees a little bit and just tap. And from here, we're going to tap your right shoulder. And tap down toward your palm. And up. And from here, toward your thumb. This is the flow of energy. Then your pinky towards your armpit. And to your chest, switch your hand, your left shoulder, and down to your palm. Up. Now down toward your thumb. Pinky. Down toward your armpit. And both hands tap on your chest and toward your abdomen, side of your hip, and down to your feet. And front side and up. There are no specific times that you can do, and just tap your body a little bit hard, as if one of the good analogy to use is tapping your body like drum. You know, drum is covered with the skin, our body is covered with the skin. So imagine it that you're like tapping your body like a drum. And now just all of your body, just tap, 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 tap. And it will be good for you to kind of go over the same thing what we just did, shoulder, down to your palm, up, down to your thumb, pinky, toward your armpit, to your chest, switch your hands, left shoulder, down to your palm, up, down to your thumb, pinky, and down to your armpit, and your chest. Tap your abdomen. Your abdomen is the area you have to tap the most. And don't worry, you can tap as hard as you can. And side of your hip, down toward your feet. The front side and come up. After that, just tap your body like a drum. And create your own rhythm. And you can move your body any way you like. Tapping your body oftentimes creates the same effect as almost getting acupressure or even acupuncture. And especially when you follow this pathway, you're following the energy channel within your body. And up. How long you can do? By 5 minutes to 20 minutes until you can feel your body. The key here is for you to really feel your body. Since we haven't felt your body for a long time, this is a good way to sensitizing our body. You know, as we cover in the Brain 5 step, very first step was about sensitization. This is one of the best ways to sensitize your body. And keep tapping your body. After doing this about 5 to 20 minutes or so, and find a quiet place. You can either sit down. If it's easy for you, then you can stand up. You can either sit on the floor or sit on the chair, and just simply feel your body. You will feel this subtle tingling sensation in the body. First, you will feel mostly on your palms and your fingertips and all over your body. And feel that tingling sensation. And feel your whole body. You can feel the skin. You can feel your legs. You can feel your feet. You can feel your hands. You can feel your arms. You can feel your neck. And also you can feel your organs. You can feel your heart. You can feel your liver, stomach, gallbladder, small intestines, large intestines, kidneys, pancreas. Each organ inside. Then you can feel your body. This alone is quite a revelation for many people. For people to actually feeling the body. Because oftentimes we only feel a body one or the other times. Pleasure or pain. Isn't that true? We feel a body when we experience certain pleasure, when it feels good. And also we feel a body when it's painful. And we cannot help but to feel it because it's causing pain. Those two times when we are come back into the body, which means our consciousness come back into the body. When you get to bring your mind inside of the body, energy start to accumulate and your body temperature start to rise up. Simply by tapping your body, even just for 5 minutes or so, you unknowingly bring your mind and body together. And this is a way to open up the channel. When we leave our body constantly, or when we leave our mind from our body constantly, we don't get to gain energy within our body. So simply doing this, you can bring your awareness, your mind into the body. When you bring your mind and body into the same place, I mean you can be able to accumulate energy within your body. So this is one of the easiest ways to do it. But if we have a better method that it helps you to bring your consciousness back into your body, try doing that. For some people, it's swimming. For some people, running. For some people, even just doing painting. Whatever activity that might be, helps to get out of your head and help you to center and into the body. Do that, and do that as much, as often as you can. And this is one of the exercises I would recommend you to do. Like I say, it will be best to do it from at least 5 minutes to up to 20 minutes every day. And please report the progress by next week, which will be our next session. Whatever you feel, whatever you experience, this sensation that we can actually feel our body. Of course, it's obvious. We know that already. We can really feel our body, but we only get to feel our body during our pleasure and pain. Other times, we really do not pay attention to our body. But if you make habit of this, you will be able to listen to your body, and you will be able to tap into a message of your body easily. So try to do this every day. So the third part of waking up our body and waking up our brain exercise, intestinal exercise. And we all know the central role our intestines play in digestion. And we've all experienced, on some level, the discomfort and lethargy that can accompany poor digestion. Isn't that true? But did you know that 2/3 of our blood mass also passes through our intestines? This means that if our intestines are stiff or blocked, then our blood circulation becomes weaker, even toxic, while placing undue stress on the heart. On the flip side of the coin, if our intestines are soft and flexible, then our digestion and overall blood and energy circulation work much better, helping our whole body to become healthier and energized. Indeed, intestinal health is pretty much a prerequisite for overall physical wellness. You can do intestinal exercise from standing, sitting, or lying down posture. But most people find it easier to initially learn the techniques while standing. But today we're going to do sitting down. So how you can do this is find a comfortable posture, place to sit, keeping your back straight, and relax your shoulder, and put your hands on your lower abdomen. Easiest way to do it is putting your thumb on your belly button and overlap your hands, and extend your intestine and pull in your intestine. Like a balloon when you extend, and then push in. Push out and pull in, and that's one. And do it in this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like so. I usually recommend people to do this actually 3,000 times a day. I know it sounds a lot, but you can do this very quickly. It doesn't take much time. I've been getting so many comments on how their health improve just simply doing this every day. If you can do more than 3,000 times a day, then go ahead and do it. But let's start with the 3,000 times. So do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So what you do is putting your hands on the lower abdomen, push out your abdomen, and pull in your abdomen. Push out your abdomen as much as you can, and push in your abdomen as much as you can. And that's 1, 2, and so on. Like I said, you can do this standing, sitting, or even lying down. I used an analogy of a carpet for tapping your body. And in many ways, intestinal exercise doing the same thing, really getting out the toxin from your body. Yes, there's a natural rhythm in your intestines, but at the same time, when you do this intestinal exercise, you're basically helping your natural rhythm inside your body. Okay, so let's go over this. First, waking your body, when you can waking your brain. There are 3 exercises we went through. Whole body tapping, brain tapping, and intestinal exercise. The application for this is the first one is use the exercise in your daily life. Instead of really making it into this chore, just set time every day to do this. So make this a part of your life. It could be right before having breakfast, when you get up in the morning, right before you're taking a shower, after shower, or so on. Then second, notice the difference between before and after the exercise. By just a feeling, just check and see how your body feels. The third application is write about your experience and insights through the process. Early on that I asked you to write your insights and your experience in a journal. So all throughout this program, please write your experiences for every exercise, every homework that you do. And since many of these exercises and assignments are for every day, I would recommend you to write your journal every day. For this part, for your homework, is submit report according to this guidelines. Summarize your understanding of the key ideas of the session. Whatever your understanding, whatever the awakening you have through this exercise, this simple tapping and intestinal exercise that when I say awakening or understanding, it's more of your body mechanism and whatever your body feels. It could be simply about, I noticed that my abdomen is gotten warmer. I noticed that I go to bathroom easier. I noticed that I no longer have the constipation. All kinds of those things. Some of them are subtle, some of them might not be obvious, but more you pay attention, more you will notice. So pay attention to those and really summarize your understanding and write those down and send it to us. And then the second one is explain how you apply the principles and practices, and explain in this session and what positive changes you created in your life. By doing this exercise, you're going to notice that some of the changes that are happening in your life, because when you wake up your body, when you wake up your brain, that your interaction with the people and how you do things, how you're processing things in your life start to change. And you have to be able to pay a close attention to notice those. And I would like to hear about it. I would like to hear about your experiences, no matter how subtle they might be. So I told you that, one of my clients consistently says that she wasn't noticing anything, and she wasn't feeling anything, but she was actually diligently religiously practice the exercise. And when we get to ask question more closely, she noticed that, earlier mentioned that she used to have a chronic constipation, and that has disappeared. And also she had a bit of insomnia that she had to get some help from taking even sometimes medication or even herbs and whatnot. And she noticed that she was sleeping much better. So first obvious changes might be occurring in a physical level, but also there are some of the things, the changes might be happening on a more emotional level, and even just how you feel each day. So I would like to hear about those as well. And the third assignment is explain your insights attained through the process of application. Whatever insights, whatever awakening that you had through process of applying this in your life. When you start to wake up your brain, wake up your body through this, and like I said, one of the first things that you'll notice is the changes that are happening in your body, that you might feel even aches, or you might have a little more sensation in your body. You might be sleeping better. You might have a better digestion, or you might not, whatever that might be. But just by waking up all of this, you will start to notice a lot of things that are happening in your body and in you and in your life that you might not have noticed before. It's quite amazing. That only can be able to observe and notice with the careful watching. And I call that just simply watching, almost like you're watching yourself like a third person. You are still doing your work. You're still going to work. You're doing the going to school or do whatever you need to do. But you can be able to watch yourself doing, going to grocery stores or doing laundry and so on. The concept of watching yourself, it might be quite foreign to you. But that's the only way we can be able to notice ourselves. That's the only way we can be mindful of ourselves. And that's the only way we can start to have a more control over our body and over our life. When we are completely one with our thought and when whatever we're doing, we would have a hard time controlling and being master of our body and our life. When we start to watch ourselves, you can still do whatever you're doing, but when you start to watch yourself as a third person, so you can look at it as if you're watching yourself in a movie. Then you can be able to notice a lot of things that you haven't noticed before. So that's what I'm talking about. Pay attention to those. So I'm going to go over very quickly. The 3 exercises are whole body tapping, basically tapping your body like a drum. Just tap, 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 tap. And it is important for you to follow that pathway, follow the energy pathway, and follow the meridian pathway. And a brain tapping, starting from the side of the body. And remember, some of the areas that can be quite tender. And also, it will be good for you to avoid doing this when you have a headache, and also when you haven't had a good night of sleep for many days. Tap your side of the body and work up to the top of your head, and from top of your head to the back and the front, and then after that just tap all of your head, and then after that just feel the energy of your brain. Well, after doing that, you can feel like you're actually feeling your brain. It's quite amazing. And third one is intestinal exercise. So that one you can do that standing up, sitting down or even lying down. Putting your thumbs and your belly button, overlap your fingers, push out your abdomen and pull in your abdomen. And this whole thing is 1, 2, 3 and so on. And how many that I recommend for you to do this each day? At least 3,000 times. Okay, and apply this in your daily life. So don't make chore out of this, and if you can just kind of incorporate into your life, like doing the before taking shower, before falling asleep. You can do this lying down, like I said. So the 3 assignments is to summarize your understanding of the key ideas of the session. The second, explain how you apply the principles and practices explained in this session and what positive changes you created in your life, whatever they might be. Third one is explain your insights attained through the process of application. All this is simple yet powerful exercise. It can create a tremendous changes in your life by watching this, by you watching this, by you experiencing this. You can be able to bring that really into integrate in your system, and later you can be able to help people. You can be able to help a lot of people. So you experiencing it, you implementing it, and you really apply it in your life, it will be very, very important. Okay, and throughout this, if you have any question, please let us know. Okay, enjoy this training, enjoy this exercise. Look forward to receiving your assignment. Thank you.